Hey, this is Sorry I Didn't Come With a Filter podcast and Vasily's Didn't Come With a Filter YouTube channel. I am covering today's sports, pro wrestling, and many more topics, so stay tuned. Hey everybody, it's Sorry I Didn't Come With a Filter podcast and Vasily's Didn't Come With a Filter YouTube channel. I am your host Vasily's. I am doing relatively well today on that front of a mental health issue, so I'm doing relatively well. I am not going to disagree with that. That is me. So let's jump into my predictions of what happened yesterday. Let's see if I got any right. All right, Dodgers won last night. Yeah, Dodgers. And they play again tonight. And yeah, Boston, the series is tied with Astros and Boston right now. And I hope the Red Sox should pull off something. I'm so happy the Dodgers pulled off a victory. I hope they can do it again tonight too as well. They're the late game today. Boston and Houston are the early games. So let's go Boston. Let's go Reds. Let's go Dodgers. All right. And again, Cody Bellinger. That kid's coming through on the clutch time. All right, let's go over to my NBA picks. I was right. Milwaukee won. LA won or lost. I was wrong on that one, but I was right on the Bucks. Something's got to go with the LA Lakers. They got so many guys there now. It's time for them to ship up and ship out. I don't even know where half of my other stuff is. So anyways, I was just looking around. Again, yeah, that's what happened last night. I got my predictions for tonight's other games. So I'm going to, I already covered all that. So yeah, on my other podcast I covered. I'm going to pick the Pacers. I'm going to pick Chicago. Okay, Pacers over the Hornets, Bulls over the Pistons. I'd probably say the Knicks over the Celtics for I don't know what reason. Probably because my buddy loves the Celtics and whatever. Raptors are going to beat the Wizards. I just have that funny feeling. Grizzlies versus Cavs. I'll say the Cavaliers. They're saying Grizzlies. I really say Cavs. That, they're bound to do something, right? Timberwolves over the Rockets. I'll say the Timberwolves. 76ers over the Zion Williamless Pelicans. But again, Brandon Ingram, like I said yesterday, I'll say it again. Brandon Ingram is going to ball out, and he's probably going to win that game for them. Magic over San Antonio. I doubt it. I'll say Spurs like they are. Thunder over the Jazz. That's a real hard one to say because I think the Jazz. But again, like that was also yesterday's prediction too, so I'm just going to keep it where it was. Phoenix over the Nuggets. I'm going to say the Nuggets, but on a slim chance, the Suns are going to probably take it. And the Blazers over the Kings. That's pretty much my predictions for that. My Champions League predictions were, I think, pretty dead on yesterday. Let's see what I was correct on and what I wasn't. Okay, so Lisbon, yeah, I was right. Man City blew out Bruges. Porto ended up taking the game with Milan, AC Milan, so I knew it. Real blew out Shakhtar, which I knew. Inter blew out Tiraspol. Ajax blew out Dortmund. That's a real shock to me. Liverpool sneaked in and took one from Atletico 3-2, and I knew it. PSG was going to beat Leipzig. So I knew I was going to be right on that. But now I'll go over here. You got so many games going on right now. You got Sevilla and Lille, or whatever, the French side, tied 0-0. Benfica and Bayern Munich tied 0-0. St. Petersburg and Juventus are tied at 0-0. Chelsea's got Malmo on the freaking rails, 2-0. My team is falling behind by 1. Young Boys are losing to Villarreal 2-0. So I was kind of right. My EPL predictions for this weekend are going to be obvious. Let's see. Sunday. We have a game on Friday. Yeah, Chelsea is going to beat Norwich. Palace is going to probably lose to Newcastle, but that's the debate for another topic for another day. Watford and Everton, I probably could say Watford probably might take away the victory. Leeds over Wolverhampton, I'm going with the Wolves on that one. Southampton versus Burnley, I am going to say Burnley because, again, it's going to be a surprise. Man City over Brighton, they're saying I wouldn't cast that line. Brighton is doing very well this season, so that's my point of view, my take. Bradford versus... so they're saying Bradford versus over Leicester. That might be a bit of a... Like I said it probably in my other podcast that, Bradford would probably beat Leicester. I don't think that's going to happen. But I could always be wrong on that one. West Ham over Tottenham, I doubt that's going to happen. I'm sorry, Tottenham's just too good. And Liverpool and Man U, they got Liverpool going over Man U. Well, that could be a possibility. So those are my EPL picks for the weekend. I'm not going to say any more on that front. So we only have 2 games tonight. We got the Bruins versus the Flyers. I'm going to say the Bruins. The Knights versus the Blues, I'm going to say the Blues. Now, jumping over to the NFL, since we have the NFL fantasy picks going on, it's week 7. So week 7, tomorrow's game is the Broncos versus the Browns. Okay, so now Browns are out without Nick Chubb, without Kareem Hunt, without Baker Mayfield. Casey Keenum is jumping in for Baker Mayfield. Okay, and they're still favoring the Browns to win. I'm not going to even touch that with a 10-foot pole, but if I have to, I'm going to take the Broncos. The Broncos, they're both 3-3, but I'm going to say the Broncos are going to beat them. That's my choice. So your first game of the Sunday, it's Chiefs versus Titans. I'm smelling a Chiefs win. Titans got away with a victory on the Bills, but I'm smelling a Chiefs win. Jets versus New England. 1-4 Jets versus the 2-4 Patriots. It's been a pretty rough season for the Patriots. The Jets are still like rebuild, kind of see where they are on the front of the extension to their probability of making the roster. And I'm just trying to freaking find out where I put my other shit. I probably misplaced something. I don't even know where I have it. Oh well, I'll find it later. So I'm going to say the Jets are going to take it. Somehow it's just going to be the Jets. Bengals versus the Ravens. I'm going to say the Ravens. It's going to probably be a high-scoring game. Washington football team versus the Packers. I am going to go with the big guy named Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, and they're just going to beat the shit out of them. The Falcons and the Dolphins. Okay, 2-3 Falcons versus the 1-5 Dolphins. Tua is back. They are saying he is back. So there could be a possible upset on that end. Carolina versus the Giants. I'm going Carolina like they are because the Giants are just a absolute team right now. Eagles versus the Raiders. I am going to go. I'm gonna pick the Eagles. I'm sorry. It's very hard for me to say the Raiders. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Lions versus the Rams. Oh God. Goff versus Stafford. 2 guys who switch teams. Stafford's going to beat the shit right out of the Detroit Lions. I'm sorry. They're going to be 0-7. They're going to be the worst team this year. Texans versus Cardinals. I'm going to say the Cardinals are going to be a 7-0 team. Just because I can say that. It's an unbeatable record. I love Justin Fields. I love the Bears right now. But the Bucks, you're facing the GOAT. You're facing Antonio Brown. You're facing Godwin. You're facing Evans. You're facing LaFournette. Yeah, you're going to lose. You're going to lose pretty bad. So I'm going to say the Buccaneers. And then you got the Colts versus the 49ers. I'm going to say the Colts. They're saying 49ers for the Sunday Nighter. I'm going Colts. Colts all the way every day. Because they're starting to pick up. They're starting to get there. They're starting to get the rhythm. And the Niners are starting to freaking fall apart at the seams. Then your Monday Nighter to close out Week 7. It's your Saints versus your Seahawks. Okay, I know there's no Chris Carson. I'm pretty sure Metcalf is still there. Russell Wilson is out. I hear Cam Newton has been talking. So hopefully maybe Cam Newton can come over to the Seahawks and help them out here and beat the Jameis Winston Saints. But, I would say the Saints are going to take it. That is my calls on that. Now, when you're doing your fantasy picks for fantasy football this year, I would be very careful on who you're picking. I would seriously reconsider because you don't have a lot of your Browns players. There's a lot of players injured right now. It pretty much sucks. I think it's a bye week for some teams, so you're going to be scrambling trying to figure out. And my team is now update on Man U and Atlanta in the Champions League is Atlanta 2-0 on Man U right now in the first half, which really freaking sucks for me. Yay! What a fucking crappy day for that, but I'm having a good day. Crappy team for them. So again, that's what my takes are. Pro wrestling tonight is nothing because AEW is on Saturday because of the baseball, which last night's episode of NXT I got a glimpse of. I was really busy at work, so I couldn't really watch it. But it looks like Halloween Havoc is going to be a pretty good Halloween Havoc. You got Tommaso Ciampa versus Braun Breaker for the NXT Championship. You got the 3-way Women's Tag Team Championship in a Stairway to Hell ladder match, which I probably could say is going to be a pretty good slot. I'm going to quote good old JR on this one. Jim Ross is going to be a slobber knocker, you folks. And it is. You got some other matches, I believe, on that. I just have to find that. NXT Halloween Havoc 2021. There we go. So the match right now, the matches, as I say, I've already covered a couple. I think Ciampa might walk out with the championship. I'm not 100% sure on that front. It's Raquel Gonzalez versus Mandy Rose. She is a pretty dominant champ right now, Gonzalez, but I think it's Mandy's time to take the title. That's my pick. That's my prediction on that front. As I say, the women's NXT Tag Team Championships are up on a Stairway to Hell ladder match. You got Io Shirai and Zoe Stark versus Toxic Attraction and versus Pretty Savage. This might be one of those Steeler matches, just like the Tommaso Ciampa and Braun Breaker. It's, it is what it is. I think that's just pretty much the card right now. Like, there's not a lot of matches going on. I'll just double check the following one. Yeah. Oh, you got the spin the wheel deal, make the deal tag team match. So you got MSK versus Imperium. I'm going to say MSK is going to walk away with that match. It is. It's how it's going to look. And then you got Carmelo Hayes and Johnny Gargano for the NXT North American Championship. It's, you just crowned the guy the champ, so I think they're going to build off of that, and they're just going to make the match or the feud go a little longer than it really should, but that's it. Sorry about that. I had another cord hanging down like usual. If you're going to be watching on the video form, that is pretty much you got some good matches. I'm pretty sure they could pull it off, especially with this Halloween Havoc. Everybody loves Halloween Havoc. Like, I've been a proprietor of, not a proprietor, but an advocate and a supporter of WWE using Halloween Havoc, especially when it comes to October. It's get away from the gimmicky pay-per-views. Get away from the Hell in a Cell. Get away from the TLC. I hear no TLC this year, thank God. Save your Money in the Bank matches for, like, WrestleMania and SummerSlam. That's my opinion. And if you're going to do Money in the Bank, you got titles to do it with. So, you make one match for a Universal Championship contract. And that, it all works in that favor. I'm going to switch up my glasses, I'm sorry, because these ones, there's those ones. I'll wear my other Oakleys because I have to. I don't even know if I have my other ones, but I've been wearing the other ones a little too much lately, so I'll wear these ones. Again, it is starting to mount where you have a lot of the WWE has a lot of the former pay-per-views from WCW, and they would be great. Like, Starrcade would be great for your December pay-per-view and make it a number 5 big one. You have your Royal Rumble, you have your WrestleMania, you have your SummerSlam, and you have your Survivor Series. Throw in Royal Rumble and Starrcade and Halloween Havoc, and there's your 6 top pay-per-views. The other ones can just kind of float away. I know Vince is trying to capitalize on making money, but again, it's just, a lot of people don't care for some of the crappy pay-per-views you put out. And that's my opinion. That's my take on it. A lot of pro wrestling fans do love it. I certainly freaking don't. I can tell you honestly, there's just too many. They've oversaturated themselves with too many pay-per-views. Like, the Crown Jewel pay-per-view or Crown Jewel event shouldn't even really happen. Just because it pumps you money, but it's a headache. It's a headache to get over there. You're flying over, what I've heard on a Busted Open podcast. I have listened to Wrestle Inc. and then going in Raw lately too, just to catch up. And, Bobby Lashley was on Busted Open, and he's like, we got an 11 hour or 11 and a half hour flight to London, and then another 6 hour flight to Saudi Arabia. That's like 18 hours of flighting and shit. Nah, it's for one day. You're there for one freaking day. Nah, get rid of it. It's not worth it anymore. It's time consuming. Most of them weren't happy the last few times you went there. They got stuck there. The money didn't come through. Come on, it's time to break that contract and get out. So they got money. So what? You can probably do a lot more in Europe, Canada, US. It's awesome. And this Tuesday coming up, I'm going to the Canucks season home opener. Got tickets. It's awesome. I love it. I'm going to have fun. It's my last day off was February 14th, 2019, Rogers Arena, SmackDown Live. Or Friday Night SmackDown TV show. First day off, 2021, Rogers Arena, Canuck home opener. Can't ask for much more. I love it. I love it. I love it. See, I'm a sports guy. I'm a maniac for this. I'm going to cover also some women crushes today. Hump Day is my Woman Crush Wednesday. So if you follow me on Instagram at Vasilios1987, I believe it's on my YouTube page here. I have my daily Wednesday picks for Women's Crush Wednesday. So my number 5 is Brandi Lauren. She's a very great, talented top wrestler. Most of them are. My number 4 pick is, I believe, Julia Hart. She's a young and upcoming AEW superstar there. Another possibly future women's champion there, or TBS champion. She's really good. She's fantastic in the ring. I love her work. I love Brandi Lauren's work. They're both really good. Brandi Lauren's over in Impact Wrestling. Catch her there Thursday nights. And my number 3 pick is Julianne Kissinger. She is been one of the ones I've followed for a long time. She is an absolute doll. She's an absolute gorgeous model. Great mother to her kid. As you know, I follow both sides of her. She's a tremendous person. She is. She's an outspoken individual, and she's awesome. She's fantastic. And that's, a lot of people criticize her for doing what she's doing. So what? Hey, it's making money. So, a lot of people are either jealous, envy, or just, again, jealous. And that's great. She's a fantastic model, Julianne. She's awesome. Follow her on Instagram. I do. And Twitter. Check out her OnlyFans account, too, as well. That's pretty, she's got some really good pics up there. If you're a guy. My number 2 women's crush Wednesday pick is Sky Blue, a all-elite performer and a National Wrestling Alliance performer. She is a future women's world champion, no problem, no doubt, in both companies. If she's one or the other, I can say she's probably going to go to AEW mostly, because that's probably where she is. Even though National Wrestling Alliance has given her chances there, I think she's going to go to AEW more often. You'll see her more often there. They have a bit of a bigger platform. They have two shows, Monday and Tuesday on YouTube, and then they got their Wednesday Dynamite, and then they got Rampage on Friday. So they got 4 shows going on. That really works in their favor, especially with YouTube being so big and everybody can watch wrestling more often. My number 1 pick I will cover soon here. I am also going to be jumping into here now as I've noticed it's now it's Movember, so I had to trim mine. Mine was just too going into my mouth, and I can't have that in my mouth. I'm sorry, it just bothers me. But I grow my goat for the Movember, and it's also Mental Health Awareness Month. And looking back, it's a lot of pain. It's a lot of heartache. I understand. A lot of people suffer through this, and I should be one that should ask for help, but I don't usually ask for help. I tend to just leave it, because I wear so many masks that I can cover it up, and I know it bothers me. I know it pisses off a lot of people. I know it just worries people to no end. I have my demons. I have my own demons in my head, and I fight them every day, like everybody else. It is a struggle. But I get up, and I do my job. I pull off something stupid, or I'll pull off something smart. Whatever. It's how it is. So, to take in Hump Day, a lot of my friends asked if I have ever contemplated the suicide or overdose or anything. Probably when I was younger, but now it's I'm older. It's people who push me to these brinks of craziness and just nutcasing. I'm not going to be afraid to say what I say. I'm not going to be afraid to do what I do. Just in general, it's my take, my life. I'm not going to let people who bully me or pick on me or push me around tell me, oh, well, you should just go. You should go. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go away because somebody else wants me to go away. I'm not going to let them win. I'm going to win. That's my take on that. You're a bigger person to show your demons and others that have done you either wrong or just don't like, just generally in crap of everything. Push your way through. Keep waking up every day in the morning. Every day is a new day, and every day you're alive and you're happy. You should be happy about being alive. You should be happy that there are people in your family, friends, whatever. They love you and they care about you. And I'm starting to really realize that everybody does love and care about me. I just tend to be selfish and self-centered most of the time, and stupid and an idiot and a douchebag and an a-hole and an arsehole and whatever else you want to call me. But that's the problem with the mental health and depression and anxiety and stress, your emotions, everything kind of beats me up. And that's fair to say, I guess. I'm not going to say nay or day on that, but that's how it works. But I'm not going to push on further with this. I'll probably push on a little more tomorrow. As I conclude here, my woman crush Wednesday number one pick is Jordan Jones, the very gorgeous blonde 22-year-old Jordan Jones. She is absolutely amazing. She is an amazing podcaster, YouTuber, host of her own show, What They Don't Tell You, and it is actually entertaining to watch. I watch it here and there when I can. It's very entertaining. I listen to her podcast too as well when I can, if I'm not trying to come up with more stuff for my podcast. But she is a very gorgeous woman, entertaining. She's very, like, to me, she's an angelic woman. And yes, she's my number one crush. Wednesday pick. I will do another one next Wednesday, as I will conclude. Hey everybody, back to Vasily's Didn't Come With a Filter YouTube channel. I just finished up my recap of my podcast, just talking about general everything and anything I want. So again, I have been pretty normal on the sense that I am working towards deleting all my crappy credit cards as much as I can, because I tend to overload them on purchases of things that I probably shouldn't have bought or done. And yes, it does suck. But on that flip side, I'm doing better at it. I am going to push harder to make myself look a lot better. My weight is starting to slim down. I do have a new vid up of me shaving my head, just going over it, how fast I can do it again. Like usual, I do it so well, so quickly, and it's kind of ridiculous on how I do it. I literally shave so fast my head. Sometimes I miss, sometimes I don't. Doesn't feel like I missed any today. That's a surprise. I usually miss behind my ears or something. But yeah, I'm doing a little more better. Probably up at around the 38-40% on the mental health. Starting to feel a lot better. Just, I understand November is the month of, men's cancer, women's cancer, all that. Go out, do what you can, support these local charities that are out there for cancer research. My dad, he went through, got it real early, because they were tiny little babies, and we just zapped the shit out of those suckers. I fully understand all that. It's a real painful part of everything. Again, I am going to try to do my best at what I'm doing here right now. I love it. Thank you again for all the support and the subscribers. Let's try to get those views up, my friends out there. I love you guys. I appreciate this. This is, as I said in all my other podcasts and my channel and my vids, I really want to try to make this more of a full-time thing than it is just part-time. I really want to try to, for my mental health, to get out of the 9-to-5 shifts. I have to. It's just part of, I got to get on a new challenge. I need a new scenery, and that's why I'm trying this out and doing this. And I see you guys are supporting me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Again, I just can't say any more for it. I'm lost for words. My friend, his wife is in a coma. She contracted COVID. She is pregnant with their second child. So my well wishes, prayers are out to him and his family. And I don't wish any of that on anybody. I've seen things on TV. I've read things. A lot of people tell me it's BS. It's this. It's that. It's until you get it. It's not. Once you get it, it's not BS. I think my buddy had it twice now, and his wife. So, the second time, I'm wanting her to pull through, because it'll just devastate the hell out of him. So my thoughts and prayers are with him. My thoughts and prayers are with Hacksaw Jim Duggan as well. this is a real trying times for us with this whole situation, but we all have to try to pull it together and just love and respect, stop the hate and all this other crap. And yeah, I will be up with another vid tomorrow. You guys all have a happy hump day, or F day, or woman crush day, whatever day you feel like Wednesday is. I say hump day. Now y'all have a great Wednesday. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Hey everybody, this is Vasilis from Sorry I Didn't Come With a Filter podcast, and Vasilios Didn't Come With a Filter YouTube channel. Tomorrow's episode will be more on about the NFL's Thursday nighter, hockey predictions that either I got right or wrong, Major League Baseball predictions that I got either right or wrong, and more on the NBA predictions as well. I will talk more about wrestling too, as well as mental health. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys tomorrow.